I
All
can't believe
right.
I did that.
Welcome to the first episode of Our Anime List.
Yo, yo.
Welcome. I'm Khan.
I'm Brady.
All right, both recent grads.
Yep.
Had nothing else to do
Dude,
with
I'm
our
repping
lives,
the
so
Penn
we're
State
just
today. I had to rep it.
Chapel Hill. But yeah, we have nothing to do with our lives, so we're just gonna talk about our passion, which is anime.
You know it.
Um, yeah. So this is gonna be casual, just week by week. Honestly, we're just gonna
We
just
probably do it
talk a
after the
bunch of
solo
BS.
leveling. Every
Yeah,
solo leveling episode.
yeah. So it really doesn't matter. We're just gonna talk a bunch of bull crap. If you listen to us, listen to us. If you don't, you don't. That's all
Yeah.
good.
My mom will listen to us.
That's gonna be cool.
She
Yeah.
actually said that. I'm like, Mom, you don't have to. You're gonna have no idea
Our
what's going on.
our number one fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo, yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, we already do this anyway, so why not record it?
exactly.
All right. So we do have a little bit of an agenda.
A little bit.
So
Got to get the
let's
WoW
get
raid in an hour and a half, so we're
yeah.
on a time crunch.
All right. So let's see. What do we got?
All right. I want to talk to you about this episode. All right.
Okay. Solo leveling.
First, I want to hear what you think, just because I know a little bit more, and then I'll say my complaints, because I actually thought it was a bit lackluster.
Okay. So to give a little bit of context, this is my first time seeing solo leveling.
Hmm.
This is Brady's read the manhwa, so he's all good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, season 2, episode 4. I thought it was good. I enjoyed the episode
It was
personally
slow.
because
It's definitely
it
slow.
was slower and I enjoyed the slowness of it.
Yeah.
It's let's see what happened. Like, the reevaluation, that was pretty hype. I thought there would be a little bit more like, whoa, like, like
Yeah.
I thought
There
I've
should have
seen
been.
I've seen a couple frame comparisons between the manhwa and the anime,
Hmm.
and I thought the manhwa did better in some things, but then
In
I think
all things, dude. In all things.
I thought the animation was actually pretty good, especially when he talked to the head of the
Gokanji?
hunter. Was that the hunter?
Chairman Go. Yeah, Chairman
Yeah,
Go.
the chairman go. Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought they did really good with that.
Yeah.
Um. Everything else, like, like there's just a lack of action, but then we got introduced to Chahain, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Dude,
Like
best
really
girl for
happy.
real.
They definitely buffed her for sure.
Dude, I
Um.
like how in the last episode, episode 3, they added in like an extra scene in the pool just with her and the anime only. Like, dude, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But all right, so
They
okay,
know
you
they're
thought it was
on.
pretty good. You thought it was pretty
I
good.
thought it was pretty good. I didn't. I have no complaints. Is it a little slow? Yes, but
Well, I
it's
don't
okay.
think it was
I enjoyed
actually
it.
slow at all. For the fact that like
Okay.
of how much they're actually going by. I mean, I'm so used to One Piece pacing. I think it's kind of destroying my pacing things for anime in general because it's so dang slow. But I think that this episode they definitely didn't cut out as much as they did in the last one, where they went way too fast. But there's so many scenes, and I know they can't get it to look as good as the manhwa, but there's so many scenes that I wish they could have went a little bit further on. Like, I don't know if my phone's gonna show this, but the scene where it was the red hair guy Cho Jun In, when he first walked in and saw Sung, and he saw like his like
Aura.
aura, his
Really?
aura around him.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this was one of my favorite clips. So I'm gonna show it right here. You can't really see it, but this one is the manhwa. You just see how badass he looks, and then the one on the right, it's actually really bad. It's not gonna show, but
No, I get it.
it's like, oh
I've
shoot,
I've
it's
seen the
just like
difference.
it's like
Yeah, he just looks
so.
so much better, and his hair looks kind of goofy.
Okay, I do not like his new hair. That was my biggest gripe with this episode. He looked so good after the haircut he got in the Red Gate with all that
Yeah.
stuff when he went to like Gina's thing the at school. The
So
haircut was
good,
perfect. Like
Jinwoo.
that's he has a true block cut with an undercut. That's literally what he has in the.
Yeah.
Like it was a little bit longer in the manhwa because it flows a little bit more, but like, dude, they ruined the hair because they wanted to give it like a more. I heard they wanted to give a more Japanese like traditional haircut, and like, bro, that's bullshit. They should have just kept the
Yeah.
haircut. It would have been so much better. But like,
I like the mining scene though. Like you got to see, like how we've seen like these past couple episodes, like people like to say like his humanity almost is going away slowly but
yes,
surely, like that newbie
dude,
kind of feeling.
they cut it the worst time that episode.
But you got to see a little bit of it back whenever he like for the raid when he had like the A rank raid.
Yeah.
The boss he he just got super excited. He got giddy.
Yeah.
He literally got to see him giddy. He like excited to see that.
Like a
So
kid
like
in a candy store.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. So like I thought that was pretty cool. Like I like seeing that a lot.
Oh, definitely. And you'll see that a lot. Like it's definitely that's that I love that side of him when it's not as serious and is a little bit more excited. I don't know. There's just a couple things, dude, that just throw me off. That like just this is like when the manhwa starts to really get good, and when they're just like changing the little things like hair and stuff. Like, why do you have to do that? Like, I know it's with Studio, they're doing a great job. I'm still enjoying it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I do still think it was fast, especially with the going back to the reevaluation part. How you like you said like there was like more excitement or something. Oh my gosh! Like I
Because
read
it's a new S rank.
so
Dude, like it's
I reread these chapters after I watched the episode, and like it's literally like this lady that was like evaluating him is like, oh, error, that's weird. Like that part all happened, and the person comes in and he like drops his books and he's like a shock on his face. He's like horrified. He's like you weren't here when this happened last time, and for the ninth one. She's like, what do you mean? It's like this might be our 10th. And it's like it was like so climactic. He was like screaming and he's like we gotta tell all these people right away. He like ran out of the room. Like it was like so much better. And it's just like I wanted to see more. Like she's just like, oh, you're an S rank. Wow, great. Like I feel like it,
congratulations. Like you're yeah, no, it's a much bigger deal than it should have been.
and just oh my, I don't know. There's just a couple things that like small little details. Like I feel like there's small things in the episode. They could have spent an extra minute in that, an extra 2 minutes, and it would have been so much cooler. And like, do they really need to cut out everything? I guess if they really want to fit Jeju in this arc, then they have to. But I really don't think they should fit Jeju in this arc. It's just
Yeah, that's another
confusing.
topic. Like, I mean, you would know better, but I mean, I still, as someone who just doesn't know anything else, I
Hmm.
still think everything's like fine. Like, especially with the last episode, season 2, episode 3, like people are saying, "Oh my God, it's rushed," and then a lot of arguments were saying like, solo leveling is just like it's fast. It is a faster paced thing. So,
Hmm.
and then other people say to that point, because it's fast, you shouldn't cut out more stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm enjoying it.
See, it's tough because this is the first manhwa that's actually had success in becoming an anime. Because Tower of God kind of flopped,
Yeah.
especially season two. I just feel like it was not good. Especially because that's when it really got good in the manhwa.
Did you
Um,
read it? Did you watch it? I
I
mean,
read a
just like
little bit of it. I haven't finished season two yet. I watched the first episode and I was already disappointed.
I finished it
Uh,
actually.
I'll have to watch it soon.
Unfortunately, I don't think you should waste your time. Like
I
it
probably
was,
will, but
it really was. It was bad.
I want to go back to reading it and like read the whole thing because I feel like it's actually a really good story. But also like God of High School, like it was I know the fights and stuff looked cool, but it was just
They were so
not
cool. I
not good at
actually,
all.
yeah.
It was not a good show. It just wasn't. It was the pacing was so bad. It jumped from him being like zero to hero so fast. And yes, he is
Well,
overpowered, but like I don't know.
I just like for me, like I guess like because I didn't know anything, it was kind of nice where I just turned
Yeah,
my brain off and kind of
I
just
guess
like,
you need that
whoa,
sometimes.
whoa, the visuals look sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but I don't know.
um, but no, I feel like this is the first manhwa that actually kind of has success and it's doing the right thing. But the thing about manhwas, because I read a lot of manhwas, but the thing about manhwas versus manga is the chapters are a lot shorter. So like, let's say for One Piece, for example, in like their bad pacing, they might adapt one chapter for an episode. And there's like a decent bit of stuff that happens in that chapter, but not enough for an episode. You probably need like two to three chapters for an episode, probably two. When you get to three territory, like it was like 3 to 4 chapters for that Fishman Island remake, and that was so fast, in my opinion. And we can talk about that later, but I think that was really fast. But with manhwas, for example, the chapters are so much shorter that it probably is like 2 to 3 chapters is equivalent to. I'd say 2 chapters is probably equivalent to one manga chapter. You could
Mhm.
argue maybe a little more. It kind of depends on the manhwa. But we're going through like 8 chapters in one episode, and I'm just like, there's so much content that is just being thrown out, and I feel like it shouldn't. But people are still loving it, so I guess they're succeeding in what they're trying to do. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I got my roommate from college into it too. I was like one day like, yo, you gotta check this out. He's like in love with it right away. We binged because that was when it first came out. We binged like the first 3 episodes together,
yeah,
but it was so good.
I'm in love with it. I told you it's like my like Sung Jin Woo is like my third favorite character of all time, basically.
Dude,
Right
I need to re-rank my characters because he might
now.
be
Mine
up
are
there.
outdated. Mine
Because
are
like
outdated.
I didn't want to put a bunch of manhwa. I mean, I have one manhwa character right now in my top 10, and that's my number 2 slot. It's Ikalgo, and then I got Kim Dokja, bro, from Omniscient
See,
Reader
that's I
Viewpoint.
knew it. I knew
Dude,
you were gonna say that.
if they mess up that anime, I might actually cry. Like it's actually gonna be so upsetting. But
I hope they don't. I mean, apparently everyone says it's amazing. Not only
I hope
you,
you
but
like it as much as I do, because like people rank Solo Leveling as it's probably it might be the highest rated manhwa on my anime list, but the people that are actually it was the most popular and had a lot of people like go to it at one time and they liked the art and fell in love with it so fast that they just rated it really high. But of people that actually like the manhwa community, Solo Leveling isn't even in a lot of people's top 10. Um,
I've seen that, and I've always shocked about that because it's like if there's that much better, then I'm all for it. Like,
I think that Solo Leveling is the best at what it does for amazing art, amazing action, and an amazing main protagonist. But it does not do a good job at fleshing out any world building, and it doesn't do a great job of fleshing out any other characters that aren't Jinwoo, which sucks. It's still an enjoyable show, but it just you're never gonna get to like One Piece levels of good with that.
or Mishoko Tensei if you're talking about world
Yeah,
building.
world building in Mishoko is always gonna be like it's nuts. But there's a lot of manhwa that do have that level. Like the beginning after the end is supposed to be
I've heard that is
top
good.
tier. It's basically Mishoko Tensei without Rudius being weird. But it's also
No,
no. No. And I know it's realistic and all,
it's
but
like
like
okay.
it's actually like it somehow makes an isekai about like not cringy, but actually just amazing. I don't know, dude. That's the next thing I'm gonna read. I just I hear only good things about it. And
Yeah,
even
I don't
my
know.
one friend I talked to on Discord that he like told me to read it. He's the one that always tells me to watch Bleach, but
Oh yeah, dude,
I don't.
you need to watch Bleach.
Dude,
At
you need
least
to watch Bleach.
I finished the Soul Society arc. I mean, like
Yeah.
I'm good. Like
I told him yesterday when I was playing Minecraft with him. I told him that I'm going to catch up by like the end of the summer at the very least. Like I'm catching
catch
up.
up.
Like I'm gonna like be caught because it's not done yet.
Yeah.
I think there's still one more core in Thousand Year Blood War, and then there's another arc after he was telling me about that's called like Hell
Hey,
or I don't
whoa,
even know.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa,
but
whoa.
apparently it's like the Boruto version of Bleach because it's like he's like an adult now.
Okay,
So I don't know if people actually like that or if they're even gonna adapt that. I don't know.
that's another topic. We could,
Yeah, not
Boruto.
for today.
Oh
Not
my
for today.
god.
After we catch up on Bleach, we can talk about it.
Yeah, I just oh, terrible franchise now.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Um,
Boruto will come back. Hopefully, maybe
dude,
people will actually. I don't know.
I can't believe I sat through the first 95 episodes of that pain.
I stopped around 67. I think it's like it was whatever the episode of Super Butterfly Kiss Mode. You know,
Yes,
Chocho's Super
Chocho Butter. Yes, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah. We watched it like together. I think we were watching them all together, and
oh my
I kept going.
god.
They
Yeah,
missed
no,
it.
I stopped. I'm good. I
Dude,
was
I
like,
should have stopped because it's actually crazy looking at the filler list for this. Actually, I don't. I'm gonna share my screen and go over it because I actually don't know. I don't want to get the numbers wrong. But if I just look up like, can you see this?
yeah.
All right, Boruto filler list. It's actually crazy. Like you think like, oh, only 11% filler. That's like pretty good. Like only 33 filler episodes out of 293. But that is not including anime canon episodes that don't even include the thing at all. Um that don't include what's it called? Um it doesn't include like it's not only like manga material, right?
Yeah, it's just
So if you
anime.
can there's like a way you can only show.
Show
Let me
canon
see.
episodes. Is that what it said?
Boruto filler list manga only or something. Let's see if this is no, not even 35. There's like I swear I've seen maybe even on this website you can make it not show anime canon or something.
There was something that's like show canon episodes.
But that's gonna show anime
Anime
canon
canon.
too. Oh, I swear it's like 90% or something crazy. like 90% of Boruto is like not manga related content. And it's like it's awful. It's awful because the
I
manga is apparently actually pretty good.
I lost it whenever I saw Sasuke with like the Velociraptor. Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
whole thing was just stupid. I don't know. Whatever.
I do want to go back and watch that one arc though with like they like time travel or something and like Jiraiya's in it. Like I heard that's
Oh
actually good.
yeah. I do what I've just seen like the Crunchyroll clips, on YouTube. So like that's just what I've been doing. So
Yeah. But
I've watched a little bit of it. So it was good. I liked it.
yeah, I don't know. That might be a skip a lot of things, watch a couple episodes here and there type of show. That's what I was talking about with Bleach yesterday with my friend. Like that might be the first show I ever watch where I need to skip filler. It's just I think I won't get through it if I don't.
The problem is like because I told you I've watched finish the Soul Society arc, right?
Yeah.
And then after I was done with that, I tried skipping the filler, and then but what was disorienting for me was that as soon as I skipped it, they still kept like quoting back, and
Talking
there was
about it.
talking about it, and there was characters from it, and
Mhm.
I'm like, it just felt weird to me. I'm like, I don't know these characters. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like almost forcing me. Like, should I go watch it? Should I not?
Yeah.
But
I know that I glaze One Piece way too much, but they need to do filler more like One Piece, where like the arcs are kind of just their own separate thing. Nothing that happens at the start is gonna be this like it doesn't matter at the end, but it's still like coherent and follows like oh it makes sense for them to run into this island on the way or whatever.
yeah,
Like I guess there's always a couple here and there, like the one where they're like in like before Wano, that where they like in like a samurai Luffy and all that. But like some of them don't make sense. But like I don't know, there was some good filler there. Like I feel like Bleach filler reminds me more of Naruto filler where it just makes no sense at all. It's just some random thing happening, and then but they somehow just mention it again, and it's like, bro, no one remembers that.
I
But
like the. I mean, can we wait? Because One Piece movies are they canon?
so no, they're not canon to like the actual story, but a lot of the big movies like Film Gold, Film Red, all like the Stampede, those ones,
Yeah,
Oda helped direct them and helped like so like you can kind of say they're canon for the fact that he helped with them and like he did say
yeah.
like Uta for example is a canon character that exists, but like technically the material is not canon since it was not in the manga.
So
Since that,
technically, it's filler.
so I would say it's filler. Yes.
Okay. So like, I mean, those are hell. There's a pretty good filler episode or like
Yeah.
filler content. So,
There's some good Naruto movies too, though. Like that the last movie, so
I
good.
really like that one. That one was that
That might need
has
to
a
be
special
canon.
place.
I'm not sure.
It has to be canon.
It
No,
might be. Yeah. It was good.
definitely.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was good. But yeah. Um.
What
Oh
else do we
God.
have in our agenda?
All right. I want to go back to what you asked me before we started recording and everything about solo leveling. So you said that you thought that Choi Jun-in, which is the red hair fire guy, you thought that he was the strongest hunter in Korea. That's what you said you heard. You heard
I've
from
I've heard. I heard. This is what I heard. I heard that he like again. This was like a TikTok comment
Okay, okay.
where he said that like Sung Jin Woo basically just said, "Oh, like he said that like the red guy, the red hair guy, Cho Jin, what was his name? Whatever,
Cho Jun-in, yeah.
Cho Jonin.
Something like
He
that.
was he was like different from the S ranks he's met before. Like something
I
about
mean,
him.
he did kind of say something like that in the episode. Remember, he's like, "Oh, like he's this thing," and like, which is the complete opposite of what I was, the weakest hunter. So like
Yeah.
he like, but like I
It-
think that's like you know how like Whitebeard is like the world's strongest man, but he's not
yeah.
the strongest in the verse. I think it's kind of like in that where it's like this is
People debate that too though. Like
we're not getting into that today. We're not getting into
eh,
that today. But like it's like I would say like that's his, like his title. He has some of the highest influence in Korea because there's 5 guilds, right? They showed you them before. There was another complaint I had in the episode that when Chairman Go was talking to Sung Jin Woo, he like talked about the 5 guilds and it showed like all their names and showed like who's the leader of each of them, which it did in the manhwa, but like it kind of did that in the anime, but didn't really like go into detail. You probably don't know the names of all them all, but
it's like the Hunter Guild.
so
Like
Hunter Guild is the one with Choi Jun-in, and
yeah.
the reason that he's the most influential is because there's the only guild that have 2S ranks because Cha Ha-in's also in there, you
So
know.
how did that's the one because like how did he get Cha Hain into his guild and the others couldn't?
I personally think that that she just didn't want to make her own guild or anything, and I feel like he was the best bet because of the options. When we get into it, I think he's the strongest of the guild leaders, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because there's the Fame Guild Den, who we haven't met the leader yet, but he is S rank. And then there's the White Tiger with Bak Yeon Hu,
Yeah.
which is the tiger guy. You know him.
Yeah. He's cool.
And then there's the Fiend Guild with you haven't met that guy either, but he's S rank. And then there's the Knights Guild, who doesn't have any S ranks in it. They're just booty cheeks. They're terrible.
Okay.
But kind of going back, so there's 10 S ranks in Korea that were ever evaluated as S rank. So you kind of know a couple of this. There's Go Gun Hee. There's Choi Jun In. There's Bak, which is the White Tiger guy. There's Cha In. There's Hwang Dan Soo, which is the guy that wants to kill Jinwoo. So those are 5. Of course, Jinwoo would be the 10th. And then there's the 2 guild leaders you haven't met yet, which is 8.
Yeah.
And the other 2 people you have met. It's in the very, very first episode. Remember the Jeju stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
So they were both in there.
There was like that healer. There was that healer
guy.
Yeah.
The healer guy. I'm not gonna tell you much about him because I don't want to get into it because of course you'll learn more about him later on. But he's an S rank, and then the other dude, the lightning guy, was also an S rank. But I think they hinted at that he died.
I think so.
I think that
that's
he's dead. So there's
Yeah.
basically 9 alive S ranks, and then of course one of them kind of left Korea and became an American citizen, which is why at one point in the show they said like, oh, there's 7 S ranks because I'm not one dead, one kind of left. So that's why there's 7 that are still in, not including Sung Jin Woo. There's 7 that are still in Korea, which is kind of what I thought. But
then as okay, we probably
No.
I don't know if we should keep talking about specifics because I feel like if you haven't watched the episode,
spoiler warning.
spoiler warning right now, just skip ahead. But what about Sung Jin Woo's dad? That's the only person that I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm questioning.
I'm not sure because I don't really remember or if this was ever stated, but I am almost positive that he was not an S rank hunter. Because if he was an S rank hunter, he would have been this popular, like, you are famous. Like,
Yeah.
everyone knows who you are. But people are looking at this guy that disappeared, not even, like, caring that he disappeared, and then just, like, calling him a
Yeah.
monster and not believing he's even human. Like, not, like, if he was, maybe he just, like, they say that some people that you'll meet later on in the show are, like, monsters because they are monstrous strength. They're just so insanely strong. But, like, why wouldn't they think
I'm
that he's that and not a
I'm
magic
thinking
beast?
he's like something like he's like his son, because he was in that gate for 10 years. Something he gained strength somehow, and he's now in S. Like, I don't know, whatever. Like
Perhaps. I
I
can't
don't
say. I
I
can't
don't
say.
know.
But he is not an S rank hunter though. I think we
Okay.
can confidently say that we cannot rank him as one just because people would know
His-
who he is if so.
And his daughter, son, and all that would have been famous.
They
as
would have
well
been
because-
rich. They would have been like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Makes
Um,
sense.
they wouldn't have even had. It would not even been a thought in his mind about struggling to pay medical bills because he would have had billions and billions and billions of won saved up. Like they're just
Yeah.
you're like the top of the top when you're an S rank hunter. Like there's only
Yeah.
10 in Korea for a reason. Um, but going back to strength, because I know that you said that you thought that Choi Jun-in was the strongest, and I just want to kind of hear of like there's kind of let's exclude the 2 that we don't know. And we can exclude the healer because he's obviously a healing type. He's not going to be as powerful. So we have Bak, the white tiger guy, the red hair Choi. We have Cha Ha-in. We have Hwang Dong-soo. We have Go Gun Hee, and we have Jinwoo. Right? I think that's it. So out of those 6 people, I kind of just want to hear what you think about ranking, and then I'll tell you what I think.
From what I've gathered,
hmm
Chairman Go is probably the weakest. Like
Interesting.
because just because of his age, and he said like my age, like I can't fight anymore. Like because if he could, he would be in the front line still. Like but he's 80 some years old. So like if you went against like when he gets any of the S ranks, I feel like yes, he might be still stronger, but as an endurance wise, if you take the fight any longer, I don't think he'll last. So that's
Okay.
why I think he is the weakest right now.
Okay, that's fair.
That's from what I've gathered
Mhm.
so far. I want to say that. Man, I'm gonna. Do I have to rank Sung Jin Woo now too?
We'll do him last. We'll do him last.
It's
Who?
hard because I actually don't know where he like
I
I
think for now let's do the five S ranks that we know, and
yeah.
then we'll throw Jinwoo in there. Or maybe we'll even throw Jinwoo's dad in there, see where we think he goes.
Oh, dude, he's okay. So we're talking about the Dong Song, like
Yeah, so we have Dong-soo, which is the
Wang
the
Dong Soo.
the guy that's out for him. Yep.
I think Sung Jin Woo is stronger than he is, and
Interesting. Okay.
I think Bak
The White Tiger. Yep.
White Tiger. I think he's like they were pretty equivalent, but
Mhm.
if it was like a full on fight, I want to for some reason give it to Bak a little bit. He's like a little stronger than him.
Interesting.
So I think he's a little lower. I think
Mhm.
Bach is a little higher. I'm gonna put Cho above him, and for
I think you're right.
some
You
reason,
said Gohan, and then you said Gohan, he was the bottom, and then you said
yeah,
next bottom was
Wong,
Huang,
Wong,
and then you
then
said Bak.
Bach,
Okay.
then I think I'm not gonna lie. From what Sung Jin Woo has said with the aura from Cha Ha-in
Yeah.
and how much control and how much she has,
Mhm.
but it's just because, like you said, like she picked Cho just because of not only his strength but also his like his intelligence with
Mhm.
especially with people.
Yes.
I think she's the has the highest potential, which she has the highest capability. So I think she's
Mhm.
the strongest, and
Okay.
then it's Cho.
Okay. But keep in mind, hunters do not get stronger or weaker.
Yeah,
Whatever power they are given is the same power they had when they were first awakened.
yeah, but
And
they develop techniques though.
that is
Like
for everyone except for Jinwoo, of course.
yeah,
Um, so your ranking was Gogun Hee. Sorry, this is okay, Hwang Dong-soo,
yeah.
Bak Choi Cha. Okay, I disagree a lot. So,
Well, okay, if it's Go, that one's such a toss up because I don't know because
okay,
he's probably because also I know Sung Jin Woo said that he was like he looked at me he's like I trained all this much and I'm still equivalent to this guy like he's
mhm.
still super strong and you can tell from his aura so I don't know.
So I'm gonna start down with number five, in my opinion.
Mm.
Bak, White Tiger Guild.
Wow, he's really that weak.
He's strong, dude. Don't get me wrong.
Okay,
He's very strong.
but
He's a fighter type. He has a really cool, like, strong ability when he can transform into like that, like white tigery type form. He gets the claws. Like he is fast and he is powerful, but just from what all the other people are capable of, he could not beat any one of these other four hunters in a fight. And that's just how he is. He just falls short. Um, which is also why his guild just doesn't compete with the Hunters Guild. Four. Choi, the red hair guy. He is fourth. He is definitely mage type, sort of very powerful hunters. He has a lot more utility, and I feel like that distance and the power he has with his magic, which is like he's probably the strongest mage type hunter, at least in Korea. Um, he could probably beat Bach. I mean, if Bach can get in close, then of course it'd be tight. It'd be tough. But like Choi Jong-in is just he's insanely powerful, but the other three are better.
wow, my
Yes.
maybe my interpretation of Huang was just squashed because of how easily he got beat.
So my third place, this is a toss up. I'm stuck between two, but I'm gonna put Shahayin.
Really?
It's because I think that she's still like as you said, they develop techniques to become more comfortable and just get even though their power doesn't get stronger, they become more comfortable and learn more strategy and stuff as they go. She is the newest S rank hunter, and she hasn't had enough time to develop everything, and I feel like she's just still so new. She also has, as you see, she has a very sensitive sense of smell, and you're gonna learn more about that in the next episode about why that is. But that could also sometimes put her at. I don't think it would get in her way, but I'm just trying to think of reasons to put her down. But I just feel like she's pretty solid in that three spot.
Okay, so it's either her and who's the other person?
Number two is Hwang Dong-soo.
Go, Chairman Go is strongest. I
So
could tell it's a beast, bro. I mean, I could
so
tell. I just
it's tough because oh gosh, your face went crazy on my screen. Your webcam.
oh yeah.
Does it look normal to you? Okay, there you go. It's
Yeah,
good.
I'm
Okay,
fine.
so Hwang Dong-soo they said this in the manhwa, which is another thing I wish they said in the anime. But he was considered the strongest hunter in Korea for a while. Um, he was considered the strongest hunter, which is why he didn't want to join any of the guilds in Korea, which is why he joined the scavenger guild over in America because they were offering him more, and they obviously are a stronger guild.
Yeah.
So basically, since Hwang Dong-soo was said to be the strongest in Korea, I would think for like his prime, he has to be stronger than those other three people that are in their prime right now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he would be placed right above them, and the fact that he got destroyed by Jinwoo's dad so easily kind of just shows how strong he is. But saying Gogun he is the strongest, it's controversial. There's a lot of stuff I know that I can't say, which is why I'm putting him here. But also with the fact that, as I said, the power of a hunter doesn't change. So like I don't really remember when the gates opened up. I kind of forget what they said. If it was like 10 years ago or 20, because like he said 10 years ago he'd be able to keep up.
Mm.
Let's just say 10 years ago he was in his prime. I think that prime Gogun he could whoop everyone on that list. But if we're saying currently, he still has that same amount of magical power. He's just older, and I think that his human body is starting to catch up with his limitations.
I feel like if he did go in that fight though, he'd win, but he'd just die.
I think it'd be life or death for him. But I think if he had to put it all down on a life or death like front,
Like
I
Whitebeard. Like Whitebeard. I feel like it's like I think
exactly
he's like
Whitebeard.
Whitebeard.
I realistically think he could take on the other four. It'd be
On
tough.
at the same time.
No, none of this. Not right now. No, not in the same.
Oh, okay, like not right now. Okay,
In his
right.
prime, maybe.
I don't know.
Actually, in his prime, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
All four. I think he could take all four.
that'd be good.
He's
And then I think right
one of my
now,
badass.
because I feel like right now, like your opinion would also be like yours is an opinion too for Sung Jin Woo. I feel like that's also an opinion that you could
I'm
say
influenced a little bit from
because
outer
you know, yeah. I'm just trying to say like right now, I think he's stronger than based off your. I think he's stronger than Bach. I think he's stronger than Cho. I think he's like probably a little bit stronger than him for sure. And I just assuming what we know right now with Chahain, I think he's either equivalent to her or maybe a little like I honestly think he's honestly stronger than Hwang Dong Soo or whatever. So I think he's probably equivalent to him. So yeah, I would say he's probably second right now in Japan
I would
or Korea.
maybe
Sorry.
agree. I would maybe agree. Because
Okay.
I think that he's just a little bit shy, a couple levels maybe of passing Gogun He. It'd be close. But, like he recognized like this man is strong. But I think that when he looked at like he like respected Gogun He when he talked to him, he's like, "Hey, I see you as you're powerful."
Yeah.
But when he was talking to like Choi and Bak, he just like
Oh, he was just like
pushed
yeah.
him aside, walked by,
Right.
ignored him. They kind of showed this like I'm stronger than you. But with Hunter Cha, he was like impressed,
Yeah.
and I feel like maybe Sung's magical power is kind of comparable to Chahayan right now, but I feel like his summons and stuff as well just makes him so much better in a fight than her because she wouldn't be able to keep up with him and Igris.
Igris.
And Igris is probably not stronger than him now because of all that leveling up he did in the
Yeah.
thing. But I'd say that like Igris is probably like Bach level.
Yeah. Like
So like
he's a monster by
if we're
himself.
saying like Jinwoo and him and Tank and
Iron.
or,
Yep.
like we're saying all like Chahayan doesn't stand a chance. So
Yeah.
like if we're actually saying who would do better like in a dungeon raid or something or like in a fight, like, probably Jinwoo would win. But I think that she has more magical power at this current period of time.
Okay. We'll see.
I don't know if Huang wanted to beat Jinwoo, he would have to do it either right now if he wants to even have a small chance.
Yeah.
But
I don't
it's
even
tough.
know how his power is. Like I have no
Yeah,
clue if he's.
you don't.
So we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to get into it anymore.
Yeah,
Let's just
no.
move on. But because it's now where we could start getting into more spoiler
I
territory.
do think Jinwoo's dad is currently the strongest out of all those people we've seen, even stronger than Jinwoo is right now.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like if he just beats an S rank just in one sec, like
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it
Yeah.
goes. All right, spoiler done. No more spoilers for this episode's coming up.
Well, but yeah. All right, let's see. I'm trying to like cut off things that I've talked about on my list, and I know things that we still should talk about. Dude, I think I feel like with solo leveling as a whole though, like not spoiler territory, but just as a whole, I feel like the reason I'm so like I still love it, and I'm probably still gonna give it like a 9 or a 10. But I feel like I would just appreciate it so much more if it was. I know like people don't want it to be 100% one for one with the manhwa, but I would almost like it's almost impossible to do that. But I love the little details they shove in there. Like they'll like show like his character sheet, and they'll show his abilities at the end of each chapter, or they'll show when he gets a new item. Like they'll show like as that affects his stats, and like they also like change a couple things in the store, and they change a couple things in like how a couple like small things that just make it easier. And I just wish that those are things that make it feel a little bit more like a game. I wish they kept those in, because it is like a game. He's a player,
Yeah.
but I feel like they're just making it more like they're not showing him doing like his training at like his daily challenges anymore, or like anything like which is fine. They don't really need to show that anymore. But like even when they were showing it, I feel like I want to see like the screen more. I want to see like his inventory more. I want to see like the game aspects a little bit more, I guess. But I guess that's a lot easier to do in a manhwa than it is in the anime when it's so fast
Yeah.
paced and they have so much that they're cutting out. Like they're picking the best and easiest things to cut out.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'd say the same. It'd be cool to see it, but I could definitely watch it for like 30 episode seasons, 40,
Exactly.
50 episodes. But like I don't think everyone else would agree with me though because
People like faster paced things,
they like 12 episode binge
hmm
whatever, but
which is
they're
easier,
not
especially when things get busy.
they're not like us veterans, you know.
Yeah,
We could
I
watch
could watch 50 episodes a day.
like Hunter x Hunter being like 100 and what 43 episodes
148,
like or
148.
148. Yeah.
Dude, I've watched. I was saying this yesterday, my friend. I've watched Hunter x Hunter 3 times through the whole way myself, and then I've watched like 2 people on YouTube just react to the entire series. And like, yeah, I'm watching that on like 2 times speed, and I'm like kind of like playing a game and half watching it. But like, there's so many people like I watch react to shows that I've watched so much anime just through people reacting to it. Like, shout out to this one YouTuber I really love. His name's Nicholas Light TV. The best reactions. He has so much energy. It's actually like so fun watching him. And
Nice.
I watch his solo leveling ones. I watch his One Piece. Like for maybe not all scenes for One Piece. That's just way too much. But like,
Yeah.
it's cool just to watch other people's perspective on things and just hear how they think about it.
I mean, that's why we're doing this, right? I mean,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't know. It's like for me, like I would love to watch stuff like that, but like I also don't want to have, I don't want to spoil stuff for myself. Like I feel like those people are like, oh my god, and then like the thumbnail just shows exactly a spoiler. I'm like,
yeah.
oh
Well, see,
man,
that's
like
why I only watch it reactions for shows I've already seen.
yeah,
Like, I wouldn't watch a reaction for like a brand new thing that like I'm watching weekly if like there's a if I don't know. Like solo leveling would be different. Like maybe I'd still watch that if I didn't read the manhwa because I know that the person I'm reacting to is also watching for the first time.
yeah.
So, but I need but like I don't know. It really depends. I see what you mean.
On another news we could talk about,
Mhm.
because you finally finished it. Like, what did you
Blue
think
Lock,
about Blue Lock?
dude.
The last episode?
Okay, the last episode was amazing. Even like the last like 3 episodes were
Couple,
pretty good. Like
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't hard to step up from how bad it was at the start. Not bad. Okay.
Bro, you
I
had the guy, you had him going like this in just like 2 frames for like
mhm.
3 seconds. Like,
Yeah, not the proudest moments sometimes in those earlier episodes, season two, but
oh,
I
dude, it
still
was so
enjoyed
bad.
I still enjoyed all of season two, even with the bad animation, especially knowing that it was like one dude working in the first couple episodes. Like
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that. I enjoyed season two of Blue Lock. I really did. And that last couple of episodes, like they made me like, wow, like I was into it. But I don't think that Blue Lock is ever gonna beat Haikyuu for me for sports anime.
Oh, so now you want to compare it to other
I do.
sports
I
anime?
do. Because I think that if Blue Lock doesn't make me feel that same emotion, even if this was supposed to be like one of the arcs of Blue Lock, everyone loves the U20 arc, and even excluding the bad animation, if like I love some like even if they just kept everything with amazing animation, I feel like it just doesn't make me feel the same way Haikyuu does.
Yeah, honestly, like I agree. Like I feel like I'm more emotionally connected for Haiku. Like I like the characters more. I'm much more connected with the their personalities. But God, like but there's something about Blue Lock that I like that it's like it's almost like it's kind of like solo leveling, right? Like I feel like it's just straight aura farming. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
like Isagi, Rin, like I mean Bachira, like oh my God, one of my favorite players, Nagi, like especially with his first, the
Dude,
first
he's my
episode of the
favorite.
game, and him scoring that goal, like
Dude, I
oh
stood out
my
of my chair.
God,
That was even like during the bad animation part. I thought that was a pretty good episode. I like stood up. I'm just like, holy crap, that was
right?
nuts.
Like and he's like Hajime Mashite Nippon, like and they,
Yeah. Yep.
oh my God, it was so cool. And then just like everything about I'm just trying to think like I could skip a lot of those couple episodes after that.
Hmm.
Oh my God. And then Borrow, my
Dude,
king, when
I
he
didn't.
came in.
Cause I kept hearing this TikTok audio that was like Baro. And they were like, I didn't hear that. And is that like,
No, that's that. So if I remember correctly, from
yeah.
it's a Bayern chant, Bayern, like Bayern Munich.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure, but like
uh,
it just sounds like that. So
okay. Yeah,
so
I thought they were
yeah.
actually gonna start screaming Baro. I'm like, let's go. And they didn't. I'm like, damn.
No, but I like my glorious King Borrow. That goal was awesome. I was not expecting that at all.
Dude, it's
And then,
Blue Lock's type
oh,
of thing that when I'm watching it, I was like thinking in my head, like, okay, this person still needs to score a goal. I think this person will too, but the scores need to be even, so it's like this at the end, and this person needs to score the last goal. So I'm just like in my head, I'm like thinking, and then like they always like broke my expectation. It was always wrong. I was always wrong, which I love because like I feel like it was this season did a great job of like surprising me.
yeah. Like I think a lot of the okay, but also I feel like it kind of mixes like like I said like or like Blue Lock's like an aura farmer. Like it's just kind of sick, but like they had a little bit of like like touched on history, like
Yeah.
Rin's backstory
Mhm.
and Sai's backstory, and like they touched on that, and I remember being so pissed because I'm pretty sure that was like in between, like
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
Borrow and like at the end of the episode, like oh my
They
God,
threw
I
it
was like,
in
come
there.
on, get through it already. Well, I can't wait another week, but I still liked it because it's trying to introduce you to be more emotionally connected to the characters and like
Yeah.
understand their backstories, but. Like you said, like I don't think like because have you watched Haikyuu's the dumpster
The-
battle
Is that the
between
movie, the newest movie that just came out?
yeah, like the between was it Nekoma,
Yeah,
right?
Nekoma and
Ne-
Crush.
Nekoma and Karasuno, like those
Oh, yeah.
that too.
I haven't seen it yet.
I watched it and boy, like it is awesome. Like
Yeah.
it really there was some aspects that I saw like I shouldn't tell you because I'm not gonna mention it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah, yeah.
worry. But
Good.
like there is some artistic takes that they did during this and during the movie, and I was shocked. It actually made me like almost like stand up because I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell is going on? This is sick. So
Dude, I
and I
can't
think
wait.
you're gonna really enjoy it too. And I think there is just a different feeling about it. It
I
makes you
think,
want to play volleyball. It made me I
yeah.
learned how to play volleyball from like I learned how to play I funny story, but I learned how to do a jump serve from
No
Haiku. Like
way.
I watched I watched
Arakawa?
Kage no
Kageyama.
Kageyama. Yeah.
Hmm.
I watched Kageyama and it was when I was going rec, right? Like I went to play some rec, like
Yeah.
open court, everyone's just playing, and then I joined, and then no one's really doing a jump serve. Only some people that have volleyball experience are,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, like this
My
will be
time to
easy.
shine.
Like this is easy. So I
Hmm.
get it's my turn to serve, and I'm like, hey, like you guys know the story, like the anime Haikyuu, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, I'm about to try what they do there, and they're like, no way, bullshit.
I can.
and then and then I grab with one hand, I start twisting it here, and then I throw it up, and I actually was able to do the same motion just because
Mhm.
I've also had a little bit of history because my
Yeah.
sister played a
Yeah.
lot of volleyball.
Hmm.
But I hit it and it flew over and just
Dude.
like, and I was able to ace it right there, and everyone was just
Dude.
shocked because they
I would
thought
have
I
been
was a
losing my
newbie.
mind. I would have been
Yeah,
losing my mind.
I lost my mind. That was so cool.
Dude, if only
But
that
then
was recorded.
I tried it again, and then I
Fail.
shanked it so hard right into the net.
Yeah, they can't all be win. Hey, at least the first one for dramatic effect was good. The later ones, it doesn't matter as much.
Beginner's luck. It was
Yeah.
completely beginner's
Hey,
luck. But
even the
yeah,
pros miss sometimes.
that's
Well, okay,
true.
maybe not pro. Even people in Haikyuu miss sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Hinata can't hit serves really
Dude.
well.
Oh my, I love the scenes whenever like he hit Kageyama in the back of the head.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
so
those are
good.
pretty funny. But yeah, I think you're right. Have you ever watched the other soccer anime that they say?
No, I knew you were watching it. I totally forget what it's called.
Aoshi something?
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Are you pulling it
Awashi
up?
or something? I'm trying to.
I watched that one. That one's
Awashi,
also
yeah.
also really good. I liked it a lot.
Let's
It's
see.
it's similar to Blue Lock, but not as like
Talking about this one. It has
yeah,
a good
exactly.
rating.
Yeah. That's that one. So like that one is really good. I like it. Some of the characters are annoying, but like I would say it's like the Haikyuu equivalent of soccer.
Yeah.
So I think it has a lot of potential, but the problem with that one is it's not as like aura farmy. It's like
Yeah.
it's not as like whoa, like look at how cool I am, you know.
Mm.
But it's more practical. I think it makes more sense.
I think that the thing about Blue Lock is it makes sense to be like a self-centered, like I want to be the best type thing. But I think not only do I just enjoy volleyball more of as a sport, but I feel like I'm just a sucker for like shonens and like the ones that are like, oh, the power of teamwork and friendship and like that like gets to me. Like that get and like with like
Oh,
Blue Lock just like you guys all suck, you donkeys. Like and I feel like it's just not the
Hetokso.
same. Like I don't know. I feel like it would just never beat that out for me.
I guess I'm just trying to say like I don't know. It's I like those stories more, but like there is something about Blue Lock that just hits
It does it
different. I
good.
don't know, like the shonen and stuff. The power of friendship is where I probably cross the line. I'm a
Yeah, I'm a
big
fairy tale
anti.
fan, dude. What can
No,
I
I
say?
hate that crap.
I'm a
No,
fairy tale
please.
fan.
I mean, we watched that finale together, and that was by far some of the worst weeks I've ever.
Dude,
Like the
have you watched
animation was
the
bad.
did you watch the thousand no the 100 Year Quest or whatever yet?
I started watching that, and it was really bad. I
Dude,
just,
okay. It's like nostalgic though. Like it's fun.
the reason why I stopped was because, and you would have to convince me. Maybe you can watch it and say it's really
Mm,
good, but I watched the first 3 episodes,
mm.
and I think the power scaling is just so off
Oh, really?
that it doesn't make sense because like when you looked at the end of the fairy
Final
tale,
season,
right?
yeah.
Like they were like those people were gods. Like
Mm-hmm.
Natsu was really strong in the end. Gray was really strong in the end. Like a lot of those people. But then like
Yeah.
when it comes to these new like this new season, like they were going against enemies like they were almost like newbies for the first time. Like they were
No.
getting beat up still. I'm like,
That's
how are you getting beat
yeah.
up at this point? Like you should be like one of the strongest in the world because of the great guilds and whatnot. Like
Because their friendship isn't at maximum capacity. No,
it's just for plot. It's just for
yeah.
plot. I don't know.
'Cause even Natsu
So
was like burning through time. Like it's like when he was fighting Zero, like it was in like an Aknoglogia fight. It was like nuts.
yeah, so like someone
So yeah.
you're telling me the people that beat Acnologia are having a hard time beating these random bozos that are just around. Like, come, give me a break.
I guess you're right. I mean,
So
I'll have to watch it and, give you a what I
it's
think,
just
but
I think it's just fan service. In all honesty, I think this whole thing is gonna be fan service with,
I mean, Fairy
Lucy
Tail
and
does that pretty good.
Natsu. Oh my
Fairy Tail does that
god.
pretty good, dude. Lucy's my girl. What can I say?
And then yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Dude,
That's
you
just
want to hear
my
actually a
take on it.
sleeper that I've been sleeping at lately? Old tier, bro. She's a sleeper. Old
She
tier's
is
a
this
sleeper.
God.
But yeah. I definitely see what you mean. I
So
mean, so
I don't know.
that's not
For
top
me,
10 material or anything, but
for me, it's I don't want to see my characters that I've enjoyed and I grew up with just like kind of treated that way. So I'm just like, all right, I'm done.
I didn't even see what the rating is for it. I don't think remember if it was
Probably
bad
like a
or not.
7 something.
Yeah, I feel like most things get around a 7 if they're like decent. 7.65, it's actually not bad.
It's not bad.
I
So
mean, the final series I think got lower than that. Oh no, 7.61 for final season. But that was also
yeah,
kind of iffy at times. I feel like nothing will beat like for example, Fairy Tail 2014 was only rated a 7.65, which is the same thing as all these other ones, and that was like peak moment with like remember like the tournament with like Sting and Rogue versus like that was like my favorite part of Fairy Tail.
I would rewatch that same like Natsu versus Sting, and oh my god, that
And
was so cool.
I don't understand how that season's rated the same as final season and the current 100 year quest. That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't I don't think it was fairly rated, but also like I mean, Fairy Tail is known for their just like hot girls, but like that's really about it. But
Yeah, yeah. I think it has pretty all right world building too. Like I like a lot of this. It's not like Mashoko Tensei or One Piece level or anything. Like I think it's
no,
better than Naruto. Dude, I was watching this YouTuber the other day. Naruto has some of the worst world building because think about it. You don't give a
yeah,
crap about anywhere that's not the Leaf Village. Like the Leaf Village is supposed to be like this this tiny place, like just a
yeah,
village where and like it's like yeah, you I guess you a little bit about the Sand Village, maybe a little bit about the Mist Village with like when Jiraiya did that fight against Pains and stuff.
yeah.
But like
But you don't
otherwise, you don't care about anywhere else.
like the sand. I know, like, well, we saw the sand a lot. We saw the
Mhm.
Leaf Village a lot, and we saw like areas around the Leaf
I mean, there's
Village a
like
lot.
God Valley where they fought,
God
but like
Valley, but
that's
like
like one. I just it's just not good world build. Like a lot of people couldn't name. They can't name 10 places in. I mean, I guess I probably couldn't name 10 places in Fairy Tail right now, but I probably maybe could back then.
yeah,
I could not do
the
that for Naruto.
rain. Like there's the village hidden in the rain, like
Mm,
that one, right? Where basically the Akatsuki were kind of located, like with
that
the
was a cool one.
pain. Yeah, that was cool. Like that area was kind of cool. I see what you mean though. I felt like it was very narrow. Like I
Mhm.
almost like they only showed you a little bit, but they didn't show you like the grand scheme of how everything kind of connects and where the map is.
Like I can look at the One Piece map and I can be like, he traveled from here. This is the route he took. And like, even like Mashoka Tensei, I can look at the map and be like, oh, I remember like he was in this city and here's like the school and then he was transported up to here and this is where he was
Yeah.
trying to save his mom. But like, and then like
Oh
in
no.
Naruto, I don't even know what the Naruto map looks like. I don't think I've ever seen the map of Naruto.
I don't like. I'm trying to
It is,
think right now. I don't think I've ever seen like how they've definitely like shown it like a real quick image
yeah,
like
but
of
like
what the
it's just
like
forgettable. And
the
I love
great.
Naruto. It was like I watched it. Oh, was that like middle school? Or maybe it was like early high school, like ninth grade. But like,
No, we were watching the war. I know this for a fact because this is when I moved from Turkey,
hmm
and I moved and I came to in eighth grade because I like every like the summer that I was doing football practice, right, seventh
yeah.
to eighth grade.
hmm
I was doing football practice, and I would look forward to coming back from football
Watching
practice
Naruto.
and watching Naruto during that summertime. So like that was between seventh and eighth grade,
hmm
and that was during the Ninja War arc.
Okay. Because
The yeah.
I think we were both watching weekly around the same time because we watched the last maybe 100 or so episodes together. Maybe not together, but like we like talked about
No,
them. We
we
talked
talked
about them.
about them. I've been on it since Naruto episode like 200 something.
You
So
started
I've been
before me, way
yeah.
before me. Because I started anime a lot later than you. I didn't start watching because I the seventh grade. I remember it was when we had to go around. You weren't there, but like we had to go around and take all four languages and for each quarter. So we like four quarters, and we had a
Mhm.
different language each time. And it was like my Spanish class. There was this kid named Eric. I wonder how he's doing, but
What four
I
languages you guys do?
Spanish, French, German, and Latin.
What's the point in even learning? Like. What's the point in Latin? Like, I really don't
It,
get. I haven't, don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
you anyone tell me,
Elena took
please. But
Latin.
I mean, does she
I
use
mean,
it at all?
it no. I mean, it like betters your vocabulary or something. I don't know. Like it makes it better easier for like spelling maybe for like knowing like oh this is the root of this. So maybe a bit like it's useless. It's useless. Um, but basically, there's this kid Eric, and he's like, "Oh, hey, you should check out this show Ruby." And I don't know if you've ever heard about Ruby,
I
but
have, but I've never watched it.
I loved it. I literally got hooked just like that. It was like it was either like I think it was during seventh grade, and then I started. So I started watching Ruby. It was like 2 or 3 seasons out at the time. Now there's like 8, and I stopped watching after like 6 or 7 because I got bad.
Yeah.
But it was just so unique. It was all on like YouTube. It was like Rooster Teeth animations. It was like a almost like a it wasn't an anime, but it was like anime style, and it was just really cool.
Mhm.
I was obsessed with the openings and songs for this for so long. I was just playing them on repeat. Um, and I continued watching this. So then after I finished Ruby, I'm just like, well, I don't know what to watch. And then Eric's like, oh, you should check out some anime. It's pretty similar to it. I bet you can find some cool ones. And I'm like, oh, do you have any recommendations? And he said a couple. I don't really remember. But I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do my own research because that's how I kind of always am. I always sit down and I
Yeah.
did a bunch of research. I'm like, oh, like best anime for new people and all this. And it was like Attack on Titan and stuff. And I was even talking to Jordan, and she's seen Attack on Titan before. And I'm just like,
Mm.
oh, but that's the only thing they've ever seen. But I'm like, okay. So I looked into it, and I'm like, okay, I need to like find out like what anime to watch, and I wanted a long one because I literally all I did was come home play Minecraft and that's it. I had nothing to do with my life, like
Yeah.
middle schooler. So then I'm like, okay, there's this show Naruto that's going on right now, and I love ninjas. Like my name, I was Super Ninja Boy 66, bro. I obsessed with ninjas. I'm like,
You're
I
the
had ninjas and pirates, bro. I was obsessed with ninjas. Of course, I'm choosing ninjas.
yeah.
So I did it, and holy crap, I think I fell in love right away. I think I started it the summer after seventh grade, going into eighth grade.
I'm trying to think. For me, I started when I was 12. I
Yeah,
remember watching. So these were like my couple of my first. Like One Piece was one of my first shows I've ever watched. Naruto, One Piece, Soul Eater, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Those were
yeah,
the four I watched that I was like, those were my first couple.
yeah.
And I was just like this is insane. Like, oh my god. Like,
Mhm.
and I just remember just getting hooked. I think I was like around 11, turning 12 ish, and then like I started watching One Piece probably when I was like around 13, I think,
Yeah.
because I was like, whoa, like this anime swears. I remember like I was just like,
What?
whoa,
You weren't watching the Four Kids dub, that's for sure.
yeah. So like I thought it was just super cool, and like I remember getting hooked from there. So I think I only
Yeah.
started a couple years before you, like one or
Mhm.
two.
Yeah,
So
pretty short before, but I think I went through Naruto at a bit of a slower pace at the start, and then when I got like halfway through and it started getting good in like the like kind of like trying to get Sasuke back and stuff, I just binged it into
oh, that
Shippuden.
was huge. Yeah.
Um, but when I started getting into Shippuden, that's when I started binging it, and I remember because I caught up to like the current episode, and I had to wait weekly. But I don't think I caught up until like over halfway through, because there was like what 500 episodes in Shippuden and
I think
220 in the
so.
original, and I think I probably caught up around like 300s of Shippuden.
There was this was like a hot take of mine, but
Okay,
for some reason, like it might just because of the nostalgia factor, but
yeah,
I believe like part of me believes that OG Naruto just feels better than Shippuden.
I
Like for
agree.
some reason, like it's more of a ninja show then,
Hmm.
but like then there's Shippuden, and then you see the end of Shippuden, you see like the was it the
Yeah.
Otsutsuki, right?
I don't
Like
like Kaguya, bro. I don't.
I just think a lot of that crap was just like, and then what they're doing with Naruto, it just seems like it's not a ninja show anymore. It just is more of like a,
They
I
took
don't
too
know,
much. I think if
yeah,
they left it at Madara being the big bad, and
yeah,
like he was controlling the Zetsu, that's all fine. But
yep,
like then they're like, oh no, Zetsu was actually work. Oh, spoilers for Naruto if you haven't seen Naruto.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
if you think
Spoilers, but
Naruto, they'll
you should
probably
have
fix
seen
like
it by
this.
now. It's been
Yeah, they
done.
should have catch up. But then like the
Yeah,
fact that like, Zetsu was working for like Kaguya, I'm just like I don't know, dude. It's just
it
it
made it so much
completely
more
made
complicated.
it made Madara like also less important or like less like cool.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and of course, like him being like, would you like my shadow clones to use Susanoo as well? Like that was just so badass. I just don't.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I agree. I think they like lowered his standard of like kind of being cool, but
yeah. Makes sense.
that is what it is. I know we got on a little bit of a rant about Naruto for
Tangent.
some reason, but
Hey, I love
um,
Naruto. I think it might even be my screensaver right now. No, it's Attack on Titan.
oh,
Never
okay,
mind. I have it changed every so often. It's just like a random because I use wallpaper engine.
yeah. Is there anything new we should talk about this week? Like anything that
Dude, I need to start watching Sakamoto Days.
I haven't? I don't know. I haven't.
I'm looking like the seasonal anime right now, like what else I could watch. And I mean, Solo Leveling is peak. I want to start watching Apothecary Diaries because I heard it's so good, and season 2 is on right now.
It's a drama. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm iffy on those types of shows.
I can
Even
always
though
watch it for you.
I want to watch a romance anime right now. Like
Yeah,
I'm trying to find like I want to watch Origaru, but I can't find a place. It's High Dive has it, but
yeah. Dude, to be honest, as much as I hate to say it, going back to where to watch things. With this Crunchyroll hack recently, and just Crunchyroll deleting comments and like using
That's
AI for
huge.
using
I
AI for subtitles. Like I think that if Crunchyroll has one more big mess up, I might have to stop paying for it and at least like I'm paying for Mega Fan, not even like the low. I'm paying for like the next one up.
yeah.
Cause but like if I might need to stop paying and just find a different place to watch anime.
Would you go to High Dive? That's the other place that I see that's like big.
High Dive just doesn't have as much of a there's so much that it doesn't have. And there's a lot on Netflix I'd probably watch. Like Netflix has a decent bit, and I'd watch what
Mm.
there is on Netflix. Even um Disney Plus has some anime. I'm watching Eminence of Shadow on Disney Plus because that's what it's on. Don't know
What?
how it's, but Eminence of Shadow is fully on Disney Plus.
That
That's
type
what
of
it's on.
show is on Disney Plus. That does not make any
Hmm.
sense
I know,
whatsoever.
I know,
Um,
but like I'm already paying for those. Like I don't know if I need to pay for Crunchyroll as well. Like maybe I can just. I mean, it sucks. I don't want to use the P word, pirate, but
you might have to. I know. Yeah.
it's
There's a.
unless
Did you
people
see
want
that
to sponsor us,
Yeah,
then.
a sponsor. But did you see the statistic between like Crunchyroll, High Dive, and like what was it, the anime, that one pirated like site that people use, like Nine Anime or something,
Anime is the most popular right now, yeah.
or something, like it was like just the amount of users was like really high. Like
And
it's
like
just
you're almost like getting just better everything if you go to Nine Anime, which sucks because
yeah.
we're paying for Crunchyroll. It's just
Yeah.
like,
I just want oh well.
uh,
Oh, speaking of recent anime though,
mhm.
Danmachi season 5.
Dude,
It's been so good. It's been so good, but
actually,
I caught up so fast, but then now because of, like I told you, that hiatus,
hmm
people were saying it was gonna come back in like April time, but then
hmm
a new update I saw on my anime list said that it'll be coming back around, I think, February 7th
Oh, okay, that's actually soon.
or something. February, like early February, we're gonna be able
Yeah,
to get like episode 12, 13, and then like 13, 14. I think it ends at
yeah,
15, so that's gonna be cool.
okay.
I'm excited about that. Like that's
I
been
need to watch
really good
that.
recently. I really recommend watching it for you. Like I think you'll like it a lot.
Yeah,
It's like it's if I were to be honest, it's like soul. It's basically like Solo Leveling, right?
brother, brother,
But
no,
no,
no.
no, no, like trust. There is even a Chahain equivalent. There's even like there's all
Hestia,
these
Hestia?
equivalents, right?
Is it not
N-
Hestia Vestia?
No, but if it's Solo Leveling, if Solo Leveling was like more of like a harem show, I feel
I
like.
just hate those. I hate the harem shows,
But
dude.
it's not like but it's not as harem-y, you know what I mean? Like it's just
I mean, I guess you could say that Solo Leveling's kind of harem-y as well, except for the fact that a lot of the harem shows, like the main character, for example, like just lets it happen and all the girls flock to him, right? Like, I mean, it's a Shadow or Danmachi. But like with Solo Leveling, Jinmu has so much aura, he just pushes everyone aside. So
oh
it's
yeah, but then there's
like for
sister
example,
leveling.
like
like
peak.
hey
No, but literally,
Jinu. like
like the friend of the sister. There's the girl, orange hair girl at the very start. There's the nurse. Like all these girls like him, but he just doesn't
nurse.
care. So I don't
Dude,
know
the
if you can
green
consider it a
green
harem.
eyes, girls with green eyes. I don't remember
Oh,
her name.
the one in the White Tiger Guild. Yes.
I like her a lot.
hmm Dude, there's this anime channel that you should definitely check out on YouTube. I'm gonna call him out right now. Gotta give him those views, even though
No.
no one's gonna watch this. But like, still,
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up his name right now. He's really cool. His name's like Annie Plays or something. He makes YouTube videos on all type. His main thing is he makes it on all what's it called? I'm blanking on the word. Like Mashoka Tensei. What is all that? Isekai. Isekai.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all isekai. So let me just Annie. Um, let's see. Let me just look up Solo
Oh yeah,
Leveling.
I think you'll like it. I think you should give it a
It's called
try.
Annie News. So it's a
Any
so
news.
he makes like an episode after every a video after every episode of Solo Leveling where he goes into all the skipped content from the manga and like compares it and stuff. And it's actually like really cool. And he did the same thing for Mashoko Tensei episodes and he does it for ReZero episodes. Like he does some of the best content for only he's a pretty big, I mean 600,000 subscribers, but he does some of the best content for just like going over isekai stuff.
I really feel like I need to I don't know. I'm scared with Mashoko Tensei stuff just because like there are so many spoilers out there, like what happens in the story, and I just don't like looking. I already got spoiled a little bit whenever I was looking up one character.
Which
Um,
one?
so
Is it like
my
a human god or something?
no. Like again, I guess like if you haven't watched Mushoku Tensei, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of my top 5 shows of all time. Um, but yeah, no, it's just about like about Rudius and his wife, like his wife, like his or like
Yeah.
his
Yep.
future partners and whatnot. So like that's what I
I
saw
got
and I was like,
spoiled on that already too. I think
yes,
I got spoiled on that too.
we could just forget about it. But yeah, like it's you just should watch it. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Like I just love the whole concept of it. It does, first season does make it makes me uncomfortable a little bit, like a little bit, but then like second season is just by
It
far
gets
just
better.
so
Yeah.
good. It gets so much better. But
Dude, another reason I'm kind of afraid to start reading the beginning after the end is because I'm afraid I'm gonna like it a lot more than Mushoku Tensei. Even though I agree with you that of course it has more realism and everything of how Rudy's acts, but I just feel like the beginning after the end is just gonna be, from what I've heard, it's just a better version. So like I don't know, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's also like for me, like I can't read things as well as like I watch them. Like reading
Yeah, that makes
isn't
sense.
just I don't know. I'm scrolling through and like I read and it just doesn't hit it the same. But then like watching something with the music blaring and
Yeah,
visuals coming into play. I mean, that's why like my attitude towards Blue Lock season 2 was so different because
yeah.
like you said, like it's an animated manga. Like it really just like it could be worse. It could honestly just read the
I still
manga
enjoy it.
instead. I still enjoyed it.
And
Like
like I agree with you. Like the music's a big part for me, and the art was still good. For, like Blue Lock, for example, even with the animation being non-existent. And I feel like I I read a couple manhwa, but I don't really read any manga. I read like the first 200 or 300 chapters of One Piece, but I feel like when it's black and white, it's so much harder to follow what's going on. Where at least if
yeah,
it's colored, I feel like I can at least have a little bit more of a connection to it. But the reason I mostly started reading manhwa over manga is just because I didn't expect manhwa to ever be adapted into anime in the first place. So I'm
that
like, oh,
was
if I don't read
huge.
this, then I'm never gonna be able to. But now that it is, I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't read the beginning after the end because maybe it'd be better to have those reveals for the first time in the anime. That might be more cool since we already know an anime is confirmed.
I think
But
you
like,
should just wait for the anime.
but then there's ones like Tower of God where it has an amazing manhwa, but then the anime sucks. So it's like,
Yeah, it's all about the studios, and we can get into that too. But like,
dude,
oh, this
if it's ufotable for omniscient reader's viewpoint, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'll be so happy.
yeah.
Dude, I'd be like a wish come true.
And there's
But
Mappa, like Mappa being like
I
up and
think that
down,
Mappa is
like
a little bit too not gritty because it is an apocalypse. Like the show takes place in an apocalypse, but like maybe Mappa could do a good job. I think the ufotable like character. I'm thinking like Fate in my mind, and the character designs for Fate would be perfect for Omniscient Reader. Like it
what's the
just
other? What was the other Wit
with
Studio? Wit's also
Vinland
really
Saga, Attack on
yeah.
Titan,
They did really
uh,
well.
Solo Leveling.
What's the studio that did Mashoko Tensei?
That is it. A1? A1 Pictures?
Is it A1?
No. Um, let me check. Look it up. Mishoko Tensei. Let's see. It might be. I remember being like it's like a smaller one, Studio Bind. It's like I think they might only do Mashoko.
Because
Yeah,
that art style is beautiful. It reminds
yeah,
me of the first season of Tower of God, like the more
yeah.
like colored and like it's not as it just looks so much better. I don't know. It's not as like
I'd be down for
flat.
them.
Yeah, I like them a lot
They
too.
basically only done Mashoko Tensei though, and then like a couple randos no one's ever heard of,
Oh,
like
okay.
Oni-chan wa Oshimai. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I, I want it to go perfectly, but it's just not gonna happen like that.
Oh, coppers.
Just cops?
Yeah, there's cops outside.
You're under arrest.
Sir, that
They found out you like
that
Rudy's
anime
character.
that anime girl was underaged.
Oh gosh. Gosh, I still have so many things written down. We probably won't get to everything today though.
Yeah, it's okay.
I talked enough about manhwa for today, and enough about solo leveling. I think we're gonna have to leave tier lists and stuff to the next time. Because
Yeah, well, we can do some.
we could spend a whole day on tier list of our favorites and stuff and rank and stuff, and we could also prepare a little bit more for that.
Yeah.
Because I can easily make a tier list and it won't take very long. Dude, I still have the old waifu tier list that we made. And
Oh
I
my, we
deleted.
need to update that.
No, dude, I deleted all the pictures I had saved on my computer when I transferred to this one because I just looked at like 500 photos of anime girls and I was like, I can't be having this anymore.
No, dude,
I
that was
can't, dude.
so cool. Oh my
Dude, I purposely.
god.
It took hours and hours to get those because I labeled and organized all of them.
Why
I
would
had
you
them
not
all perfect squares.
Why would you not transfer that?
Dude, I mean, I couldn't, dude.
Dude, that's like it's hours of work we could have
I
used.
mean, it's still on the. Yeah, I can share my screen real fast.
Yeah.
I still. I won't be able to add any new characters into it, but I still have. This is the tier list that we made with 400 plus, and it still has all
Oh
these pictures here. So this
my
is all of the
god.
all the women from every show that we've seen up until the point.
Oh yeah, well
Like the
we
last
have to
thing I watched,
update it
I
too.
remember I watched like 3 episodes of Kaguya-sama, so that I put that on here, and then the last
Yeah.
thing I watched was Cautious Hero. Like this is like
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. We had Pokemon. We had
yes,
Pokemon.
I
Oh
know.
my god. We had the Pokemon characters
I just
and
don't
they're like
know that
10 years old.
I don't know if I could edit this because I think I deleted my tier maker account.
Oh, what? Really?
So like if I don't know if I could edit it without having to remake it, and then since I deleted all the
Oh, this
pictures,
is when we were watching Darwin's game.
yes, dude,
I saw that. Oh wow.
dude, Big Mom God tier. But no, maybe sometime we could do it again. But
Oh
I,
no. So
I don't
much
know
to
if
update.
I don't
So
know if
much to
that's a tier list I care enough about to have to sit down and update it because I don't have like all the god tier. Like, I don't have any of the quintessential quintuplets on there. There's no like bunny
There
girl.
was, there was, there was
Oh really?
quintessential
I think
quintuple.
because you
Yeah,
watched it and I didn't. But like
yeah.
there's no
Like
like
Nino's S tier for
there's no
sure.
what's the one you like Marine? Like she's not on there.
Marin Kitagawa. Yeah.
Or like I feel like there's so much more we can add, but I can't add it without redoing everything. There's also so many randoms on there we probably don't need.
Didn't we watch? Didn't we watch My Dress Up Darling? We watched like 2 episodes together.
Hmm. Dude, I
I
was
remember that.
cringing during the second episode.
Dude, it's so good. I don't know why. I wish I could. I already rewatched it, by the way. Like I
Yeah.
watched it and I rewatched it.
I mean, I
And it
could
was so good.
probably go back at some point, but I have so much on my plan to, I'm just gonna flex to everyone real fast how much time and effort I've spent on my anime list, even though I
Oh
have
yeah,
so
our
much.
name is Our Anime List. Pretty hype
Oh
name,
yeah,
right?
we thought so. But I'm on this website way too much, and I still have a lot to update. 'Cause, like these openings aren't updated or any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but I got like this really cool template. But just looking at the anime list, for example,
That's
I
fair.
just have. I mean, I'm only watching a little bit right now. I mean, I have to catch up. I have to finish up this season of
Have you not finished Don
Eminence. No, I'm only on episode 8. I need to finish that.
Oh my
Um,
god, dude, that was so good.
I
I
know,
liked it.
but I have so much on hold right now. Like, we need to finish Black Clover ASAP,
Code
and then
Geass. Oh
Code
my
Geass.
god, you
I
have
need
to
to watch
watch that. It's
Bleach,
my favorite, one
like
of my
Fire
favorites too.
Force, Doctor Stone. Like, I have a couple episodes of Hell's Paradise left. I should have finished it. Uh, crap, Isekai Cheat Skill.
I
Uh,
finished that one actually.
like, I literally watched 33 episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay, I
Yeah,
got to the best arc, the Dark Tournament arc. I'm like,
yeah.
this is so hype, and then I stopped watching. I'm like, what am
You
I
have two.
doing?
Yep, or either 2 episodes of My Dress Up Darling.
You know, and I got to
Yep.
watch Free Run too because everyone's saying it's
I
good.
finished it and I rated it a 9 out of 10. That was really good.
And these are the things that I'm not see. My Dress Up Darling is still in here, so basically I'm saying there's hope that I might watch it again. I might, but
It's good.
when you go
I
to
like it.
dropped, I'm probably never picking these up. I'm not gonna watch
Oh,
GT again
I
or
dropped it,
Boruto.
dude. I dropped
I'm
it.
probably not gonna watch Gintama again. I
Why?
don't know.
How many episodes? I can't. We can't see. Like,
I
how,
know because let me just open it. But oh, and I've dropped JoJo so many times, dude. There's a 201 in this first season, but then there's Gintama like thing right here, and there's 51 episodes, and then there's another one,
yeah, I don't know if I'll
and then
ever
there's
watch
another
Gintama.
sequel after that. So that's 13 more episodes, and then there's 51 more episodes, and then there's 12 more episodes, and then there's 13 more episodes, and then there's 12 more
They're all
episodes.
so highly rated.
And they're
Like,
14. I know. And then there's these which are like 2 final episodes, and then there's the movies which are also just rated so high. And I mean, I want to watch it because it's just so high rated, but I just don't know if I.
what about it? It's so good.
I mean,
Fan
is it?
letter, One Piece fan letter. Holy crap! If I could
Oh
ever
my
recommend
God.
something, that would be it.
So
It is.
peak, please. I mean, even if you're not a One Piece fan, I think you can appreciate
I
this.
think you should. Yeah, it's just
But
appreciate it more.
I think that it's a comedy. It's literally a comedy, but like it has serious moments as well. So it's like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed this when I watched it. It's just that there was other shows I was watching Magi at the same time, and I'm like, when I'm like, thinking about the hype of Magi versus this like comedy that like
The
is
most
alright.
underrated show, by the way. Magi is by far. I don't hear people talking enough about it. Like, it's really good.
Dude, I wish it continued because apparently the manga goes crazy.
Man, that's unfortunate.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's whatever.
Oh.
Anything? Any last things we want to talk about before ending it off?
I mean, I have a couple. I mean, we could talk about the One Piece Fishman Island versus versus like the One Piece, but we could do that a different day because we could probably yap about that for a while.
My
Um,
quick thing is like I haven't watched it in a little bit. Like I just
yeah,
have,
me neither.
but I just saw the pacing was pretty good. Like it just cut out things that was just not needed.
I think there was. I'll get into it another time because I'll rant
Yeah.
for a while.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
we can talk about our favorite anime, favorite characters, arcs, etc. We could do that one time,
Yeah.
and then talk about like tier lists about like One Piece or current solo leveling or something. Openings. We could do openings, endings. We could do like a. We could even make a top 10 or top 20 anime or something. Um, we could do the waifu thing. We could talk about Bleach whenever we get there. Power systems, top characters. That's really it. But I think that's all topics that are long. We could do for another time.
Yeah. So how about like next let's do next week. Let's talk about I would say let's go through our anime list. Like let's
Yeah,
just go
yeah.
and just show that through and kind of go through and why what we think, why we rated him
Definitely.
so high, and then we'll just do something and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Awesome. The only other thing I wanted to say, I don't know if you've been catching up with Spy Family recently. I don't think did you watch the last season? I didn't watch the last season either. Because I saw a spoiler for that. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I saw a spoiler for the manga recently, and apparently it's crazy right now. That I might need to pick it up again. Like I was dissing on Spy Family, dude.
Yeah, I have a weird emotional attachment to that I don't think I really want to revisit like right
Dude.
now.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's not get into that.
so
Let's
I
not get into
think
that.
yeah, so like right now I'm good. I'm good. Like
Mm.
I'll pick it up maybe later or I'll just like look at the spoilers and like I don't really mind kind of just watch cuz I enjoyed it. Yeah, but it's also
It's
just
kind of slow. I think that this current season, the second season, or whatever, isn't going to be that great. But if I told you this thing, like it's actually pretty cool. But I don't want to spoil anybody that
is
listens to this. So
I I I
we can talk
might
off
have
stream. We can
okay
talk off
I
stream.
might have like like heard something specific about that. Okay, but
All
we'll
right,
talk
we'll
about
see.
it.
We'll
We'll talk
see.
about it later. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. So it's actually
All
yours, my
right.
wife. That's what it is. No,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically. But okay,
Yeah.
I think it's been a solid
I think
first
that's it.
episode.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in for our anime list. It's a pleasure. We'll hopefully be doing this every week, so
Yeah. I think we can.
I think it's
I don't know if you have
possible. If
something
you
going on, but we can make it work.
yeah, so um yeah, but thanks again and we'll see you guys next time.
Johnny.